Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another retro gaming review. And now I'm bringing you the Sinclair ZX Spectrum coin-op conversion of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This game came out on this Spectrum version came out in 1987, and as you can see, the publisher is the oh so worrying US Gold. And as you probably guessed, it's a game that's based on the 1984 film of the same name, which was the second to star Harrison Ford as archaeologist Indiana Jones. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show. So there's me, I play as Indy, and I've got my trusty bullwhip, and what I'm trying to do is rescue children and find my way to try and get the Shankara stones. And there's one, and that I really wish it had proper scrolling, not this flip screen crap. You can actually keep whipping them, they'll keep going down like that until they fall off the edge. Whether or not they fall off the bottom screen. What? I hit him. God, even the indies become very Ugh. Whip the thuggy guards. I'm trying to. The thuggies are the main enemies in the film, and so they are in this game as well. I hit him. At least there's a kid there. And you can see those whipping posts you can actually swing across. Like that, but you have to be careful to keep the caps lock or fire button held down. God, look at the size of that snake. Actually, I just remembered. See, that's a big problem with that push scroll. If it does. Who the heck was that? I don't remember him from the film. And it tells you at the bottom occasionally how many children are left. You don't have to rescue them all. There's another kid down there. I can just about see the top of the... Oh, whoever that is. Who is that anyway? Oh, God. I wouldn't say this game was amazing. I mean, I know the film was initially met with some criticism, especially for making people of certain cultures look bad, but oh God. Good, some kids. Come on, get up here. What? Bull crap. Oh, he was nowhere near me. What happened to him? Oh, you can get them. Oh, seriously, who is that? See, I couldn't see him in time because of that stupid push scroll. If I had proper scrolling, then I could have seen him in... Oh, piss off. Goodness me. Oh, and because of the push scroll, it makes it harder to see people until they're practically on top of you. I mean, I know there would have been colour clash, but a little bit of colour wouldn't have gone amiss, especially if it's going to use this stupid push scrolling. Up there, perhaps? Oh, see, again, I couldn't see him in time because that stupid push scroll. Oh, God. This game's really starting to annoy me now. Oh, for God's sake, he just comes out of nowhere. Again, that wouldn't have happened if this had proper scrolling. It's monochrome, so there's no excuse for having this push scroll. I mean, oh, God. Side effects aren't that great, even for a 48k. Oh, God. Whipping those posts is actually a bit hit and miss, figuratively and literally. Sometimes you're sure you're hitting it, but it still doesn't get to the guide in. Oh, for God's sake! Again, that bloody push scroll. Get up the... Will you get up the ladder, you tit? I mean, you're supposed to be this great archaeologist. You can't even get up a ladder properly. Begin your quest for the Shankara stone. I'm trying to, but this guy can't even walk. Oh, God alive! See, right when you're right next to the edge of the screen, a guy like that can just come out of nowhere and kill you. Like that. All these deaths are really, really... cheap. See, I could barely see that guy because of the monochrome. Oh, God. What? There's a noticeable gap between me and him. Oh, God. I mean, typical US Gold and releasing cruddy conversions of arcade games. Eight kids held captive indie. Yeah, well, we'll tell these enemies to stop coming out of nowhere. Oh, God, I was lucky I managed to whip his fireball. Quite how you can do that is anyone's guess, and I'd still like to know who that guy's actually supposed to be, because I don't remember him from the film. Oh, God. Oh, God. Again. Those guys blended into the background and they're harder to see because, once again, they used this stupid push scroll. Oh, I was nowhere near the edge. I should not have fallen. Oh, God. Again, I get killed by an enemy that comes out of nowhere. Oh my God. Was this really the best they could have done graphics-wise? I mean, I know the Spectrum had its limits, but if you were to see the if you were to actually see the loading screen of this game, then you'd see a very good good digitized picture of Indy. Oh, I was on that ladder, and you know it. And the drawing of that kid looks absolutely stupid. Oh God, will you get lost, you whoever you're meant to be? Oh God, this game doesn't half irritate. Oh, I've already been here. Everywhere just looks the same. You can get lost. Oh God, again I get killed by an enemy that came out of nowhere who I couldn't see in time because of the push scroll. Again, he wasn't quite next to me enough. Oh God. One more go, no matter what happens. No matter what happens next, I'm going to be giving my verdict once I've lost all my lives in this go. Oh God. Why does this have push scrolling? It makes the game completely unfair. And repeatedly whipping them like this is incredibly tedious. Oh God. I'm just absolutely repulsed by this game. And of course, if you hang around in that area too long, that cloaked guy, whoever he's supposed to be, comes up and fires one of his fireballs at you. What? There was a gap between us. Oh God, this is an incredibly irritating product. And it didn't need to be this irritating. It's this irritating because they use that stupid push scroll and it has really badly designed backgrounds, so the enemies blend in too well with it. So you can barely see them, especially when they use this stupid push scrolling. I mean, I know I keep banging on about it, but right, that's me done. I can't stand this. So that's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom for the Spectrum. A thoroughly unenjoyable experience indeed. And it's made unnecessarily ridiculously unfair. Graphics. Well, the surrounding store area and that upper bits are pretty good, but the actual main gameplay window is monochrome. I mean, I know that the Spectrum has attribute issues, so they couldn't have too much in the way of colour, but if you're going to do that, at least make it so that the backgrounds aren't so busy that it becomes hard to see enemies. I mean, even some of the whipping posts are hard to see because it's so complicated. They really needed to simplify the rocks in that background because sometimes enemies and those whipping posts blended in so well that you really struggled to see them until until the enemies were practically on top of you and killed you. and and the sprites themselves. I mean, the thuggies look okay, I suppose, but the indie himself and especially the children look really stupid. I mean, again, there's a limit as to how much how much you can have in the way of graphics, especially on the 48K spectrum. But I'm sure they could have made it a bit better than that. I mean, the controls are good enough. It's just that the push scrolling makes the whole thing unfair, and the sound isn't particularly special. I mean, I don't mind the whipping, the sound effect you use when you use your whip, or that sound when you lose a life is a bit irritating. That bleep, whatever that's about, and the sound when that cloaked character fires that fireball at you if you hang around in the same place for too long, whoever he is. I'm presuming he's supposed to be Mola Ram, but he doesn't look anything like him. He looks like a Jawa from Star Wars, if anything. Um, Gameplay. Well, as I said, the controls are responsive enough. It's just that the whole thing's let down by hard to see enemies and whipping posts due to the monochrome graphics, and and the fact that things like having to dispatch enemies by repeatedly whipping them until they fall off a ledge is exceptionally tedious. Um, and the fact that there's that cloaked character that comes up at you and fires the fireball at you. I mean, even though you can whip that, sometimes the fireballs come at a pretty odd angle, and it makes them really hard to hit. You can only fire a whip up, down, left, or right. You can't do it diagonally, which makes it even more irritating. But the thing that makes it more irritating than anything else is that push scrolling instead of smooth, continuous scrolling. It would have been far more bearable, and there would have been far fewer cheap deaths by enemies that seemingly came out of nowhere if it had proper scrolling. I mean, the graphics were in monochrome, so there would have been no worry with colour clash, so there is absolutely no excuse for not having smooth scrolling. So I'm going to give Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on the Spectrum 5 out of 10. There were some bits in the film that could have potentially made a good game, but unfortunately it's let down by some irritations that really didn't need to be an issue. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.